Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to David at Go2 Hobbies. Right, we're going to talk about ghosts and spirits today. So this will be in the paranormal section. And if you hear my stomach, I'm sorry. I've just had a coffee and biscuits, and my stomach is making some noises. My apologies. And I've got some doggies on my lap. So just to be warned. Now, with spirits, it's weird because I've often had voices in my head, and now I'm not going nuts. And if you ask a question, before you finish asking the question, you get an answer, which is really good. So it's like you're given information, which is amazing. I've done meditation and I've meditated on a subject and got the answers I wanted, which is fantastic. So I've often wondered what is a ghost? And the only conclusion that I found out is a spirit that is between this reality and heaven, or wherever they reside, the light as they call it. So it's still on the earth plane, not aircraft type. And mediums and that know what I'm talking about. People that are spiritually wise know what I'm talking about. But people that are unfamiliar with the term plane is the plane of existence. In other words, we're in the physical realm. We are in the earth plane. A spiritual plane is, as I say, it's not an aircraft. It's an existence as such. So they are in sort of what I would call a dimension where it's non-physical. The spirit is still alive. The body might have died, but the spirit lives on. And I still to this day have trouble understanding, because when you love an animal or you love someone or you care about someone and they go from this world and their body dies, you remember that person for who they were. And I'm talking about my parents, my friends and relatives and stuff like that. And you think to yourself, they're gone from the physical world. All your memories of them, whether pets, for example, they've gone from this world. You've loved them unconditionally, and then there's a huge void, and it gets you here. I'm still affected to this day. I'll tell you about a friend of mine, a bloke called Andrew, or he liked to be called Andy, and he smoked like a chimney, but it was, Andy, he was one of those blokes that his wit was as sharp as a razor blade. I mean, I've never met a person so quick-witted. He could turn a subject round in a blink of an eye. He was the most incredible bloke I've ever met. And the personality with it too. Outstanding bloke. And unfortunately he died of cancer. And, oh, by the way, if you hear some noises upstairs, that's my daughter walking across the floor. As I always say, these houses are not built like they used to be. So if you hear some creaking, that's my daughter, unfortunately. And the thing is, with remembering him, I don't think I could ever forget him. I know I'll see him one day, and I have been visited by him in spirit. And, fond memories of him. We used to talk for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours when I was driving, and all hands free. never had an accident. And the thing is, he was just an incredible person. We used to get on very well. We used to have some really good laughs, and yeah, fond memories. So going back to what I was saying about spirits and ghosts and stuff like that, you know, these spirits, these people's spirits that have moved on, they go to wherever they want to go. They might inhabit another person. It might be 6 months later, 6 years later, 50 years later, whatever that spirit wishes to do. I did hear it was 50 years, but it very much depends on the spirit and in the spiritual realm, what he wants to experience and stuff like that. I love this sort of subject and I'm very interested in it because what drove me to this was basically what is the purpose of life and why we're here. And it's a bit of both, really. Your spirit isn't like my spirit. It's all right, darling. So I've got a dog in my lap, or two actually. And, you know, the spirit is in you. And, come on, lay down there, darling. There you go. And, you know, that spirit is learning from the physical world. Everything your body experiences, from the good to the bad, from the sad to the happy, everything in between, that's a learning curve for the spirit. And so it's gaining knowledge, gaining understanding, become a better spirit, and so on and so forth. And then it progresses through its different learning curves, and you think to yourself, wow. There's another saying I've heard: as it is below, it is above. Um, Obviously, my spirit, I think, is an old spirit because I've done past life regression with a group, and it was weird. I actually live in Nottinghamshire, and I've been here before in the past life, and that's weird. And I've come back. It's weird, really weird how things. But I think I'd like to start going back to. Here she is. She's just wanted a bit of fuss. So this is my little girl, my little moo moos, ain't you, moo moos? Hey? And I think dogs have spirits as well. Definitely, dogs have spirits because little Benji passed away and I had to have him put down. It's a big sad story. But bless his little cotton socks. He's at peace now, and I've been told he's passed on to the what's the word? I was told by one of my YouTubers his spirit has ascended, which was very, as you can see, it is very touching for me, and it is good, very good, because even though he only had 15 months here on Earth, he was a darling. He was a real dog, a real friend, a real companion, even though he had a liver shunt. And I don't want to talk about it too much because it really does get to me and really does upset me terribly. So we'll go off the subject of our little Benji, but God bless him, may his soul rest in peace, and he'll never be forgotten. But now I realise that once our body dies, our spirit lives on, our memories that we accumulate in the physical world, I'm not sure if they go into the spiritual world of things. That'd be interesting to find out. But any person or medium that are watching this, if you'd like to let us know in the comments below, I'll be really much appreciated. And yeah, I'm willing to learn new stuff, bits and pieces about the spiritual realm, and I find it fascinating. And hopefully, I've shed a little bit of light on what my knowledge is and talking about it. Have I seen spirits? Yeah, I have. I've seen ghosts. I've seen a cat appear out of one wall, walk across the land in front of me, and into the other wall, the other side. I've seen, what was the other thing I saw? I've seen little plastic balls moving around on the floor. You know, no wind, no one's playing with them, nothing to make them move apart from spirit. And that was amazing. I saw a little like winged angel. I caught it on my camera. I've seen orbs. But it's funny, you don't see them with the eyes. You only see them with like the camera, because I think the camera records in a different, I suppose you can call it a different light as such, but a different frequency. And I think that's why the camera sees it better than what our eyes do, because our eyes are very limited to what the spectrum they can see in. So, yes, right. I think we'll wrap it up there, and we'll talk a bit more about spirits another day. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I haven't made a video on spirits for a little while, so I thought I'll make a new one and do a bit of updates and stuff like that. So hope you enjoyed the video. It was nice talking to you. So I got this, as you can see, this little girl here. Hello, bless her, on my lap. And she's having her tummy tickled at the moment, and she's loving it. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for lots more lovely videos on spirits and stuff like that. I think I'll make one about doggies actually. That'd be nice, wouldn't it, eh? Our little pets. I think I actually got one pet lovers. We'll carry on with that, I think. So in the next one, see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.